It may surprise or even shock you what I'm about to say, but if you are watching this video right now, it's no coincidence. The universe led you here because you need to hear this. You are walking karma for people who refuse to take accountability for their actions. Yes, you, the chosen ones, are unique, and the energy you carry has a profound impact on those around you. Some of you may have already felt this in your life, while others are just beginning to see it unfold. Regardless, this message will resonate with your spirit, and if it does, pause this video for a moment, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment 77 below to send that signal to the universe. And don't forget to replay this video for the energy to become even stronger within you. Now let's get into it. You're not just here to live an ordinary life. Chosen ones. Your presence, your vibration, and your light bring a balance to the universe. Every day you encounter people, some who are unaware of their own karma, others who consistently deflect responsibility, and those who refuse to be held accountable for their actions. You see this in relationships, friendships, workplaces, and even with family. But what you may not have realized is that you were placed in their path for a divine purpose. As a chosen one, you might not always understand the weight of the energy you carry. But the truth is, your energy is magnetic, and it holds immense transformative power. You don't have to speak a word or act a certain way to make a difference. Just by being yourself, you create an atmosphere that demands accountability. This isn't something that can be forced, it's the natural frequency you emit. And trust me, it's something most people find hard to ignore. For many, accountability feels like a burden, a heavy weight that forces them to look inwards and face their flaws. No one wants to admit they've made mistakes, especially when it feels like those mistakes have defined them. People resist accountability because it requires them to face their fears, embrace vulnerability, and give up the illusion of perfection. But here's where you come in. You, with your high vibration, create an energy field that makes it impossible for others to escape their truth. In your presence, even the most hardened hearts begin to soften. Those who have lived their lives in denial or deflection feel a subtle shift. They can't hide behind excuses anymore. Your energy reflects the truth they've been running from. It's not about you judging them. It's about your energy compelling them to finally take responsibility for their actions. This isn't always easy, but it's part of your mission to help others grow, evolve, and step into their true selves. Imagine yourself as a mirror, not in a superficial way, but as a deep reflection of the truth that lies within people. This is one of the most profound aspects of being a chosen one. People encounter you, and suddenly the facade they built around themselves starts to crumble. They can no longer escape their own reflection. It's not something you're doing consciously. It's just your very presence that serves as a mirror, revealing the hidden truths within them. You don't have to call people out or point out their flaws. In fact, most of the time, you don't even have to say a word. Your energy does the work for you. When someone who's been running from accountability meets you, they can no longer ignore the reality of their actions. It's as if your energy forces them to confront the parts of themselves they've been avoiding for years. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it's necessary. This process forces them to reevaluate their choices, their behavior, and their impact on the world around them. However, not everyone will thank you for being this mirror. In fact, you may face resistance. People who are deeply entrenched in denial will often react defensively, even angrily. They might try to blame you for making them uncomfortable. But understand this, it's not about you. Their anger is a reflection of their own inability to face the truth. Don't take it personally. You're simply shining a light on the shadows they've been hiding in. For some, it's painful. For others, it's the beginning of their healing. You know the type, the ones who can never admit they're wrong, the ones who always have an excuse or a scapegoat for their mistakes. They run from accountability, trying to paint themselves as the victim, even when they've hurt others. But here's the thing. You are an awakening force in their lives. When they encounter you, it's like a mirror being held up to their face, forcing them to see the truth they've been avoiding. What might seem like an ordinary interaction for you can be a life-altering event for them. Your energy, your light, is that powerful. It has the ability to bring their unresolved issues to the surface. It forces them to confront the karmic debts they've been ignoring. And while some may resist and lash out, deep down, your presence has ignited something within them. They can no longer live in denial. Their unresolved issues will rise to the surface, and they'll have to reckon with the consequences of their actions. Even if they don't admit it immediately, your influence will ripple through their life. They may experience disruptions, their relationships may falter, or their once perfect world may begin to crumble. It's not because you've done anything wrong. It's because your energy has triggered the process of their karma catching up with them. You are a reminder to them that actions have consequences, and eventually they will have to face those consequences. Karma is often misunderstood. It's not about punishment or retribution. It's about balance. It's a law of the universe that ensures every action has an equal and opposite reaction. You, as a chosen one, are the embodiment of this universal law. But here's the twist. Your karma isn't about your past actions. It's about the energy you emit and the balance you bring to others. You, you are walking karma for those who refuse to take responsibility for their actions. The energy you carry is transformative. It acts as a force that gently nudges people to confront the truth. This might not feel dramatic or immediate, but its effects are long-lasting. Over time, those who have been avoiding their karma will start to experience shifts in their lives. They may lose their grip on certain comforts, or relationships might start to unravel. This isn't happening because of anything you're doing. It's because of the energy you bring into their world. Your vibration doesn't allow them to hide anymore. In the presence of a chosen one, karma doesn't have to be loud or obvious. It's subtle. It's the small shifts in their life that they can't explain. It's the discomfort they feel when they're forced to confront the truth. And while this can be unsettling for some, it's the beginning of their personal transformation. You unknowingly have created a safe space for them to begin their journey toward accountability. Have you ever been in a room where everything seemed calm and then suddenly the energy shifted? That's you. Your very presence can turn the atmosphere around you into a place of self-reflection and growth. Those who are resistant to change, those who avoid taking responsibility, will find themselves facing uncomfortable truths when they come into contact with your energy. It's not something you control. It's the natural effect of being aligned with higher truths and universal laws. Your energy creates an environment where honesty becomes the only option. When people are in your presence, they start to feel exposed. They can't hide behind excuses or deflect blame. Even if they're not fully ready to face the truth, your vibration makes it impossible for them to stay in their comfort zones. This is where growth happens, when people are forced to step outside of their denial and look at themselves for who they truly are. You are a living example of growth and evolution. You've done the inner work, you've faced your own demons, and taken accountability for your past. That's why your energy is so powerful. It encourages others to do the same, whether they are ready to or not. And in this way, you become the catalyst for their transformation. They may not thank you immediately, but over time, they'll realize the role you played in their personal growth. You might wonder, how does one person's energy really make a difference? The truth is, it can make all the difference. Just as a single pebble creates ripples across a still pond, your commitment to living truthfully and holding others accountable has a profound, far-reaching effect. This ripple effect is not immediate or loud, but it is steady, consistent, and powerful. When you embrace accountability in your own life, you unknowingly inspire others to do the same. People around you begin to notice your energy, your integrity, and your refusal to hide behind excuses. It becomes a beacon for them. Even if they don't consciously recognize it, they start to question their own actions, the lies they've been telling themselves, and the parts of their life they've neglected. Slowly but surely, you create a wave of change, one person at a time. It may take months, even years, but eventually the people in your life will feel the effects of your truth. For some, this awakening is subtle, like a seed planted in their consciousness. For others, it may feel like an intense storm that forces them to face their inner demons. Regardless of how it manifests, your energy, is igniting a transformation within them. And remember, this transformation may not always come with gratitude in the moment. In fact, those resisting accountability may push back. But deep down, your presence is changing the trajectory of their lives. They may not thank you today, but in time, They'll recognize the role you played in their evolution. You've probably noticed that when you walk into a room, the energy shifts. Suddenly, things become clearer. People begin to speak more honestly, often without even realizing it. Conversations that once felt superficial begin to dive deeper. You might not even be trying to change the dynamic, but your mere presence serves as a gentle nudge towards truth. For some, this is uncomfortable, but for others, it's exactly what they need to heal. The act of being truthful is healing in itself. It may seem like a burden to those who are avoiding the truth, but for those ready to grow, your presence is a light in the darkness. You create a safe space for others to be vulnerable, to admit their mistakes, and to own their actions. And when they do, they feel a sense of release, a weight lifted from their shoulders. They no longer need to carry the burden of self-deception. With accountability comes freedom, and you, the chosen one, are the one who creates the conditions for this freedom to occur. The healing power you bring is not just about helping others face their past mistakes. It's about guiding them to a better future. When people embrace accountability, they break free from the cycles of guilt and shame that keep them trapped. This shift empowers them to make better decisions, to be kinder to themselves and others, and to finally live in alignment with their highest potential. You may not see it in the moment, but your influence is planting the seeds for a future filled with growth and harmony. Let's face it, admitting we're wrong is one of the hardest things we can do. For many, this process is blocked by one thing: the ego. The ego thrives on control, superiority, and maintaining a perfect image. When faced with accountability, the ego begins to tremble. It doesn't want to lose its sense of dominance or perfection, and so it resists the very thing that can set us free: facing the truth. This is why you often see people becoming defensive or angry when confronted with their own behavior. It's not that they don't know deep down that they've made mistakes, but their ego refuses to acknowledge them. The fear of vulnerability, of admitting flaws, creates an immense inner conflict. This is the ego's last stand, a desperate attempt to protect itself from the discomfort of accountability. And as a chosen one, you are the force that forces them to face it. You don't have to do anything other than be present with your truth, and their walls will begin to crumble. But here's the catch. This resistance isn't personal. It's not about you being a threat. It's about them being threatened by their own self-deception. When they lash out at you or avoid you, it's their way of protecting their fragile ego from the uncomfortable process of self-reflection. Don't take it personally. The universe is simply using you to break down those walls and guide them toward growth. Eventually, they'll realize that their resistance was simply a barrier keeping them from stepping into their own healing. Being a chosen one is not always easy. It's not about basking in glory or being universally loved. Often you'll find that you're the one who stirs up the discomfort in others, the one who challenges the status quo. This can feel like a burden at times, especially when you see people struggling with their own resistance to change. But here's the truth: you are a blessing, even if it doesn't feel that way in the moment. As a catalyst for change, you help people break free from their comfort zones. This may not always look like joy and celebration. Sometimes it's messy. Sometimes people will resist you. They might project their anger or frustration onto you because you are making them face their truth. But in reality, you are the one providing the opportunity for them to evolve. You're the one giving them the chance to confront their past mistakes and change the course of their lives. The burden you carry isn't one of judgment or punishment. It's the responsibility of holding space for others to grow. By staying true to yourself, by refusing to back down from your commitment to truth, you offer others the chance to evolve. You show them that it's possible to rise above their past mistakes, to take ownership of their actions, and to create a future rooted in accountability. Even when it's difficult, even when it feels like you're standing alone, you are helping to create a better world, one person at a time. As a chosen one, your role is not to force others to change, but to create the space where change can happen. You provide a safe, sacred environment for people to reflect, confront, and grow. By simply being yourself, being honest, being authentic, and staying grounded in your truth, you hold space for others to take responsibility for their actions. This sacred space allows others to come to terms with their past. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to get everything right away. What they need is the room to process, to heal, and to take ownership of their journey. You create that room just by existing as your true self. You set the example, showing them that accountability isn't something to fear, but something that can lead to freedom and transformation. For some, this space will feel uncomfortable. The tension between wanting to resist and knowing they must change will be palpable. But this tension is necessary for growth. Just as a seed must break through the soil before it can reach the sun, others must face their discomfort before they can reach their higher selves. And you, as a chosen one, are the one guiding them through this process, offering the unconditional support of your truth. When someone finally takes responsibility for their actions, something magical happens. They begin to heal. This process of accountability is not just about fixing mistakes or apologizing for wrongdoings. It's about reclaiming their power. It's about stepping into their truth and taking control of their lives. Accountability is liberating. It frees them from the chains of guilt and shame that have held them back for so long. When people embrace accountability, they unlock the door to their own healing. They stop blaming the world or others for their circumstances and instead take full ownership of their actions. This shift in mindset doesn't just change their inner world, it transforms their entire life. Their relationships improve, their health flourishes, and their sense of purpose strengthens. This is the power of accountability. It brings them into alignment with their highest potential. As a chosen one, you serve as the catalyst for this transformation. You hold the space for them to step into their own accountability, to heal their wounds, and to rise above their past mistakes. Even if they don't fully understand it yet, your energy has already set the wheels of transformation in motion. The path to healing has begun, and you are a vital part of that journey. One of the most powerful gifts you give to the world is the courage to face the truth. Many people spend their lives avoiding the uncomfortable realities of their actions, their behaviors, and their choices. But in your presence, they no longer have the luxury of denial. Your energy calls them to be honest, to own their mistakes, and to step into a place of vulnerability. This courage to face the truth is not something everyone is ready for. Many will resist. They will feel threatened by your authenticity and may push back, trying to make you the villain. But remember this: their reaction is not about you, it's about their inability to face their own truths. You are showing them what true courage looks like. And though it may be uncomfortable, it is the first step toward their own personal evolution. You inspire others to be brave, to take ownership of their lives, and to embrace accountability without fear. Even when the world around them is full of distractions and excuses, you stand firm in your truth. This unwavering commitment to honesty gives them the courage to do the same. Your example lights the way for others, and in doing so, you help them step into their own power. Integrity is the foundation of everything you do as a chosen one. When you stay true to yourself, when you refuse to compromise your values, you create a path for others to follow. Your actions, your words, and the way you live your life become a beacon for others to align with their own truths. By being unapologetically authentic, you inspire others to do the same. Staying true to your integrity isn't always easy. There will be times when the world will try to sway you, when others will pressure you to conform. But when you lead with integrity, you show others that it's possible to stay grounded in your beliefs without fear. You create a ripple effect that encourages those around you to take the same stand in their own lives. By staying rooted in your authenticity, you offer others the permission to embrace theirs. You show them that integrity doesn't mean perfection, it means being real, and that's the path to transformation. Not just for you, but for everyone who encounters your energy. Ultimately, your presence on this earth is not by accident. You are here to help others heal. You are here to remind them that they are worthy of love, growth, and transformation, whether they realize it or not. You are the catalyst that can shift their entire perspective on life. Through your energy, your example, and your unwavering commitment to truth, you guide others toward healing and self-discovery. Your journey is not about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about being a vessel for the divine, channeling healing energy into the lives of those who need it the most. By being true to yourself and embracing your role as a chosen one, you become a conduit for others to awaken, heal, and rise to their highest potential. Your divine connection with the universe and the people around you allows you to lead them toward their own spiritual growth. Your authenticity, your accountability, and your unwavering commitment to the truth create a safe space where they can begin their healing journey. In this way, you help restore the balance of the world, one soul at a time. Here are 10 additional attractive headings with 4 long paragraphs under each, designed to draw in your audience and deliver powerful, engaging content. Self-reflection, the gateway to your highest purpose. Self-reflection is one of the most powerful tools in your spiritual toolkit. It allows you to see yourself without the filters of ego or denial, which is essential if you want to align with your highest purpose. When you take the time to honestly reflect on your actions, thoughts, and emotions, you unlock the potential for growth and transformation. It's like polishing a diamond. You reveal the brilliance that's always been there, hidden beneath layers of dust and distractions. Taking a moment to pause and look inward isn't just a practice. It's a necessity for the chosen ones. We live in a world filled with noise, distractions, and external expectations. Without self-reflection, it's easy to get lost in the chaos and forget who we truly are. This practice helps you reconnect with your core values, your purpose, and your path. It is through self-reflection that you find clarity, allowing you to move forward in alignment with your soul's true course. One of the most profound realizations that comes from self-reflection is the understanding of your own power. By seeing where you've been, you can choose where you want to go. This isn't about perfection. It's about embracing your journey, flaws and all. The more honest you are with yourself, the stronger you become. Every experience, whether good or bad, is a lesson, an opportunity for growth and evolution. With each lesson, you step closer to fulfilling your true potential. For the chosen ones, self-reflection is not just a personal exercise, but a gift to the world. When you reflect, you begin to shed the layers of illusion that have held you back from your true purpose. This process of self-awareness allows you to shine more brightly, creating a ripple effect that influences those around you. Your authenticity, born from self-reflection, becomes a beacon for others, guiding them to find their own truth. Breaking free from limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are the silent barriers that hold us back from achieving our fullest potential. These beliefs, often rooted in fear, self-doubt, or past trauma, keep us from stepping into the life we deserve. As chosen ones, it's essential to recognize and break free from these limitations. They are not truths. They are stories we've told ourselves. Once we recognize that, the possibilities are endless. The first step to breaking free from limiting beliefs is awareness. Many people are unaware of the negative narratives that run in the background of their minds. These thoughts can be subtle, like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed." But once you identify these beliefs, you have the power to rewrite them, challenging these. Thoughts are an act of liberation. It allows you to see the world through a new lens, one that's free from the constraints of self-doubt. Next, replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones is crucial. Instead of thinking, "I can't do this," replace it with, "I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to." Shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Recognize that the universe has endless possibilities waiting for you to claim. Every limiting belief is a signal to look deeper, to find the hidden strength within you that is begging to be set free. Once you do, you'll notice that the world around you begins to shift in alignment with your new belief system. Breaking free from limiting beliefs requires courage. It's uncomfortable to challenge the stories you've believed for so long, but it's the only way to unlock your true power. The freedom that comes from this process is priceless. You stop living in the shadow of fear and begin to step into the light of your true potential. When you do, you'll not only transform your life, but inspire others to break free from their own chains as well. Letting go is one of the most profound acts of self-love and liberation. Whether it's a toxic relationship, an outdated belief system, or an unfulfilling job, holding on to things that no longer serve you drains your energy and stunts your growth. As a chosen one, part of your journey involves knowing when to release what's holding you back. You can't move forward until you make space for what's meant for you. Releasing the old can be incredibly difficult, especially when it involves people or situations that have been in your life for a long time. There's a tendency to hold on to comfort, even if it's unhealthy. But in order to step into the fullness of your purpose, you must be willing to let go of the things that keep you stuck. This process of releasing is not about rejecting or judging what was, but about creating space for something better to enter your life. Letting go doesn't always mean cutting ties with people. Sometimes it's about shifting your perspective or setting healthier boundaries. It's about saying, I deserve more than this, and believing it. It's about trusting the process of life and knowing that by releasing what's no longer serving you, you make room for abundance, love, and growth. Sometimes the act of letting go is not only necessary, but is the very thing that will lead you to your greatest blessings. The act of releasing creates freedom, and freedom is the gateway to your highest potential. When you let go of what's weighing you down, you step into the flow of life. You stop resisting the natural course of events and start to align with the universe's plan for you. It may take time, but once you fully embrace the power of release, you'll see that it was the key to unlocking the doors you've been waiting for. Awakening is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. It's a gradual unfolding of awareness, a deepening understanding of who you are and your place in the universe. The spiritual journey is unique for everyone, but it often begins with a sense of dissatisfaction or longing. Something inside you tells you there's more to life than meets the eye, and that feeling is the first step toward awakening. For the chosen ones, the awakening process can be intense. It often involves the shedding of old identities, belief systems, and attachments. This period of transformation can be uncomfortable as you strip away the layers that have kept you from your truth. But know this, it's not about losing yourself. It's about rediscovering the true essence of who you are. This process may bring pain, but it's also the catalyst for immense growth and self-discovery. Awakening is about seeing the world through new eyes. It's about realizing that you are not just a passive participant in life. You are an active creator of your reality. Once you awaken, you begin to understand that your thoughts, your energy, and your actions shape the world around you. The universe becomes a mirror, reflecting back to you everything you need to see about yourself. It's a powerful, humbling realization that empowers you to take responsibility for your life and your choices. The awakening process is not always easy, but it's worth every step. It's about aligning with your soul's mission and stepping into your full potential. It's about recognizing that you are more than your past, your mistakes, or your circumstances. You are a divine being with unlimited potential, and once you embrace this truth, you can create a life beyond your wildest dreams. The journey of awakening is the journey home to yourself. Compassion is one of the highest frequencies you can embody. It's not just about feeling sorry for someone, it's about understanding their pain, acknowledging their struggles, and offering unconditional love. For the chosen ones, compassion is the bridge that connects your soul to the souls of others. It's through compassion that you create healing, not only for those around you, but for yourself as well. When you approach others with compassion, you create an energy that allows them to feel seen and heard. You acknowledge their humanity, and in doing so, you help them feel less isolated in their struggles. Compassion opens the door to deeper connection and understanding. It encourages others to drop their walls and be vulnerable, knowing they will be met with empathy, not judgment. It's this energy that allows for true healing to take place. Compassion also plays a huge role in your own growth. By extending love and understanding to others, you release judgment, bitterness, and resentment from your own heart. It's impossible to heal others without healing yourself in the process. Compassion teaches you to be gentle with yourself, to recognize your own flaws and challenges, and to accept them with grace. It's through this self-compassion that you can truly serve others in the most profound way. When you embody compassion, you become a channel for divine love and healing. This energy flows through you, touching everyone you encounter. Whether it's a simple smile, a listening ear, or an act of kindness, your compassion radiates outward, creating a ripple effect that spreads far beyond what you can see. By embodying compassion, you help heal the world, one person at a time. Patience is not just about waiting, it's about trusting the process. As a chosen one, you've probably encountered situations where you felt like everything was moving too slowly, or that your efforts weren't yielding results. But what if the universe is simply asking you to trust the timing of your life? Patience is a reminder that everything unfolds as it should, even when we can't see the bigger picture. Patience requires faith. It's knowing that even when things seem uncertain, there's a greater plan at work. Often we want things to happen on our timeline, but true growth takes time. It's the unseen work, the moments of inner reflection and soul searching that prepare you for the breakthroughs that are coming. Patience teaches you to surrender to the flow of life, to trust that what's meant for you will never pass you by, and that every delay is an opportunity for you to grow. While waiting can be challenging, it's in those moments of stillness that we often learn the most. The energy of patience invites you to slow down and be present with yourself. It teaches you to embrace the now, even if it doesn't look like what you expected. By practicing patience, you develop resilience, trust, and a deeper connection to your own inner wisdom. You begin to understand that time is an ally, not an enemy. For the chosen ones, patience is a form of divine trust. It's the quiet knowing that everything you desire will manifest in its own time and in the perfect way. Your job is to stay aligned with your truth, to keep working on your growth, and to trust that the universe will deliver. Patience isn't just a lesson, it's a gift that allows you to move through life with grace, ease, and unwavering faith. Surrendering isn't about giving up, it's about giving in to the flow of life. Often we fight for control, desperately trying to steer every aspect of our existence. But surrendering to the universe is the most powerful act of trust you can make. It's the moment when you let go of your need for certainty and allow yourself to be carried by the current of life, trusting that wherever it takes you, it's exactly where you need to be. Surrendering requires letting go of the need to control outcomes. This is especially difficult for chosen ones, who are often deeply committed to their purpose and vision. However, true power lies in knowing when to take action and when to step back and allow the universe to take the lead. When you surrender, you stop pushing against the current, and instead, you flow with it. You trust that life will bring you what you need when you need it. The act of surrender creates space for miracles to happen. When you stop trying to force things into being, you make room for the universe to work its magic. This doesn't mean you become passive. It means you take inspired action when the time is right, but you trust that the outcome will unfold perfectly, even if it's not exactly what you imagine. Surrendering isn't about passivity, it's about aligning yourself with the divine flow. By embracing surrender, you allow yourself to experience life more fully. You no longer live in constant resistance, but instead you open yourself to the beauty of uncertainty. You let go of the fear that everything must go according to plan and trust that what is meant for you will find its way to you. This is the true power of surrender, finding peace in the unknown and allowing life to unfold with grace. The dark night of the soul is a term that describes a period of profound spiritual struggle, a time when you feel disconnected, lost, or overwhelmed by life's challenges. It's often misunderstood as a time of hopelessness, but it's actually a catalyst for transformation. For the chosen ones, the dark night is a rite of passage, an essential part of your spiritual journey. It's during these intense moments of pain and confusion that your soul is being purified, preparing you to emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your true purpose. During the dark night, you may feel as if everything you've known is falling apart. Relationships, careers, beliefs, all the things that once defined you might seem to crumble before your eyes. This is the universe's way of clearing space for your higher self to emerge. It's painful, yes, but it's also a gift. You are shedding the old layers of your identity, layers that no longer serve your highest good, and making room for the radiant being you are becoming. It is the chaos before the clarity. The dark night also forces you to confront your deepest fears and shadows. These are the parts of yourself that you've long avoided, the wounds that have yet to be healed. It's during these difficult times that you must face your inner demons, embrace your pain, and trust that it's all part of your healing process.